I know it's hard to stop bleaching your hair, but there are better ways to be able to have healthier hair and keep it lighter. Now you may have to go a little bit down with the tones of the levels, should I say, and it will be maybe a little bit like a balayage look, but with still blonde in there. Well, I found some toners when I was bleaching my hair. Towards the end of bleaching my hair, probably about 2 years, I started using things like Redken Cover Fusion, and you can get different levels. You can get 9N, 9NA, which is neutral and ash. You can mix them. There are so many different things that you can do with your toners. Now, Redken, the toners, they're only professional, but you can get them on other stores. You can get them with at Brighton Beauty Supply, and that's actually online, as well as Walmart sells them online, but I know they're a lot more pricier. They're about 15 to maybe 18 depending on where you get them, where I was able to get them at it was a professional place, I can't think of the name, but for $8 or $9. So before I had my esthetician license, I would get these online and I would just order them because that was helping my roots to not constantly bleach my hair. So I am giving you these tips because I stopped bleaching my hair probably, it's been a year since last June of 2024. And I am just continuing to do dark in my hair for now. I kind of had it a little light because it started growing out and I have a lot of silver. But I am just sharing this with you because I was stubborn, and even though my hair was breaking and falling off, and I got it to a point, the last maybe 3 years, I learned how to do my own hair professionally, and then I was able to maintain still the growth, but it still weakens your hair strands. So I'm just sharing this with you so you can have some options, because I know that I love the blonde for a very long time. Right now I'm not in that phase, but I'm just here to help you, to give you some alternative options that if you do want the lighter hair. And I have not used Age Beautiful toner for blonde, but I did look it up, and they do have some different shades, so you could try to get one. This you can get from Sally's, and it is they do have different shades of blonde. They have Pearl Blonde, Silver Moonlight, Eye Shine Toner, and some different other shades that I don't know 100% if you can cover your actually gray like Redken Cover Fusion. So I am just going to tell you that the way you mix this is with a hair developer. I know they have 10s, 20s, 30s, and 40s that you can get from places like Sally's. Where I went professionally, you can get, I believe the lowest you can get was 8. So you don't want to go really high in the developer when you're putting a toner on your hair. Even if you're putting blonde on it, you should probably go a 10 or a 20, because the developer is more higher when you're using bleach. But when you're using a hair toner, you just want to keep it, at that level to do the brightness in there, because toner technically can't lift the hair, but what I found, it was covering my roots. So I just want to explain that. So now every 4 to 6 weeks, this could be something that you're doing to tone your hair. And the tubes, you only have to use a little bit mixed with the developer, so you're not going to be using a whole tube. And you may say, oh, I knew this, but a lot of people don't. I actually got some toner for one girl I worked at. She paid me, but she used the whole tube, and I told her that could last you a really long time. So just do not use the whole tube in your developer. And I would leave it on anywhere from probably 20 minutes. I believe the Redken lifts pretty good. Well, not technically lifts, but it starts to show some changes in your scalp, in your roots. So right now I am just using Age Beautiful at this time because I do like dark in my hair right now. This is the blue black, which my roots I didn't get that good, but I do use that at this time. If I ever do go back to being blonde, I will definitely try this with the Age Beautiful. So if anybody wants to get the Age Beautiful, they have really beautiful colors, and I don't think that you have to bleach your hair for this, But if you're just doing your roots, then it may work. Unless you have black hair, I don't think that would work. But if it's already dark blonde or anything like that, it possibly could work. But this is why I'm sharing this with you and letting you know my hair wasn't as silver when I was using the Cover Fusion, and it was still pretty good with giving me that darker blonde. And it wasn't super dark, but it was a little bit of a darker, and it blended really pretty. Now, if you don't mind having a darker blonde on your roots, if you have darker hair and it'll do some, then it'll blend right in, especially when you curl, it looks really pretty, then you could try that. So I know for sure that a lot of my past videos, I talk about not bleaching your hair for a while to grow in your bald spots, your thinning hair, and just give that a rest. If you can, get everything a rest. If it's worth it to you to have your hair growing in and not have see-through hair in your roots, then this is definitely worth it. I have not toned my hair for 9 months, and I just recently did it. So this is something that I'm trying to leave on the back burner and just giving myself a breather from all the hair stuff that you're damaging your hair with. Toners aren't as damaging as hair dye. Of course, definitely not as damaging as bleach, but it still has some. So I don't really want to do my hair for, I don't know if it'll be 9 months, because I do want to just do black in my hair. And then in the ends of my hair, I'm using my overtone purple, and I'm doing that on the tips just so I can give my hair a break, and I'm not toning even the ends of my hair at all. So there is other things that you can do and help yourself along the way. So these are just some of my things that I tried that really worked for me, and now I just basically don't even bleach my hair, period. So if you enjoy this kind of content and you know that someone else is struggling with their hair, growing out hair, or having bald spots, especially if it's not health related, if it is, you feel like it is, I would definitely go and see your healthcare provider, doctor, and see what they can do for you. I just want to share all the things that have to do with aging hair or bleached hair, over processed hair. Now, aging hair, you can do things to also get your hair very strong and vibrant. And I do have some videos where I have an ebook, and it does have some recipes for Indian hair mask. It has a shea butter recipe that I put together that I use in my roots every morning, every night, and I do have for recipes in there. So I don't have my right email on the bottom of the ebook or my YouTube channel, but of course this is the channel. But so that is just something I probably will post. And also I have a Kajabi storefront, and I am in the process of learning online classes for online courses eventually. And I do have a wait list to get on that, to get on insider hair tips and just all my tips that I'm using to grow my hair out. I will post a little video clip of my hair. It was either February or March, I don't know, I'll post it, of last year with my hair blonde, and it was just pretty short, and compared to now, I will post that. And of course, this is my wash day, so I do have my hair looking pretty messy right now. I had it up in a bun. It just a lot of oil in there, hair oil. But this is pretty much my hair, and I have knots in my hair because I did not sleep with a braid again for 2 nights, and that is something that I really talk about, is protective hairstyles. But this is something that I shouldn't show with my hair like this right now, but I do have other videos. You can see how full my hair is. But the length of it, and it has grown quite a bit. And by, if this has helped you some, please let me know, and do let me know if you purchase it.